What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Webb Street Podcast with Nock and Chris. Nock, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good, my man. We got a new special guest today, DeVito. Very excited to have him. I think you have a little background.
Well, yeah. Before we introduce our special guest, I forgot to shout out our sponsor. Which how dare I do that? Our tried and true Topo Chico hard seltzer, best drink in the world. Some are calling it. We're very happy to be working with them. Thanks to our presenting sponsor, Topo Chico. Also, Nock, before we introduce DeVito, I also want to address, and he actually called us out on this. One, we haven't been doing this every week, and we need
Correct. We're trying.
We're getting lazy.
Sometimes things come up, and we have to...
That's the reason. One of the reasons why we're having him on is because he's the one that called us out about it. Two, we are on video. We'll see if we post it on the internet.
Yeah.
And if you're listening on Spotify, obviously you can't see us, but I think this is going to be on YouTube.
We don't have YouTube
if you want,
yet,
if you're listening on Spotify and want to see our faces instead, there's like a 90% chance this is on YouTube. But anyway, also I have shout outs to do before we introduce DeVito.
Well,
sorry, DeVito, you're just going to have to wait.
Side thing too, with the shout outs, right?
Yeah.
So we currently have a chief meme officer, Sorkin.
Mm-hmm.
We have our statistician, Mark. I think we need a manager / maybe booker.
We do. Yeah. We need like a talent person.
Yes,
yeah, that handles our stuff.
Person. So if you want to apply, tweet at us. So
yes. We also have an email. We also have an email address linked to our Twitter account. Speaking of our Twitter account, we should shout that out. It's Nock vs. Crisp. Nock is spelled just N-O-C-K. That creates a lot of problems, actually. People think it's K-N.
Nock?
Yeah, so it's Nock, N-O-C-K, versus Crisp.
Nick, but with an O.
We're on Twitter. We tweet out all of our episodes. Sometimes when I get drunk, I tweet from it as well. So just give that a follow, and you'll get notified when we have episodes. Thanks to people who have followed. But I thought we've never shouted out, so we're shouting out. I have two shout-outs to give. Nock's really good with shout-outs. I'm not good with shout-outs. I have to shout out two people in particular, my friends Alex Gebler and Julie Nelson. They have retweeted every single episode we've ever done. I'm pretty sure on Twitter, nice. And I've never thanked them for it publicly. I've thanked them privately, but I should thank them over the airwaves. So shout out to them. They're also loyal listeners. And then I owe an apology. This is an official apology to my friend Ryan. Nock, I don't know if you'll remember because it was 2 weeks ago, but Ryan is a kid from the TGI Fridays thing when the waitress said he's like the hottest guy that had come in there in months, and and then you asked me if he was hot, and I said, direct quote, he's nothing special.
So I remember what he looks like now.
Yeah,
I've met him before.
So not that this is a good excuse, but I didn't know he listened to the show, so I didn't think it was gonna come back and haunt me. And this dude just sends me a text out of left field like, nice, thanks for that, dude. I read exactly what he said, but I had no idea you listened. So Ryan, you are special. You're special to me, and you're special to everyone.
If this hits the internet now knows what we look like, right?
Yes.
He's a better looking dude than anyone in this room.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Right, yeah, I mean, no, actually, though, you're kind of right. And this weekend I saw him, and he happened to not have a shirt on, and, I mean, he's got a six-pack, so he's got a lot going on. So, Ryan, you're very special, and I'm sorry for that. But anyway, Nock, you want to give a couple shout-outs, and then we'll get into our guest?
Sticking with the shout-outs, so another thing, right? Don't forget, share the podcast, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. And if you send it our way, we'll give you a shout-out on the podcast. So, a couple shout-outs are in order. First, to our statistician, Mark. He's up there for one of the best places to listen to our podcast. So, right now, it's Sneed with, poolside listening to the podcast. But Mark was actually getting a pedicure. He sent me a picture of his feet while he was listening to the podcast, and he's like, I don't think of a better place to listen to it. So shout out, Mark. And then I actually got approached at a bar a couple weeks ago from a couple people that were giving me some feedback on the podcast. So shout out Mitch, Bill, and T. So shout out to you guys for talking about the podcast on a Saturday night at the bar.
We love our loyal listeners. Give us a follow on Twitter if you haven't, but everybody, thank you. Yeah. All right. That's all right. Oh, and we got a lot of views last episode, most ever. So thank you.
Right on track with our normal listener count. I think we were slightly above 50, but as far as starts go, so that's just
we 86. You said, right?
Clicking on it, yeah. 86 people clicked on it, and
and maybe immediately stopped.
Or they clicked away. But
all right.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That was one of our higher numbers.
Yeah. All right. Nothing else for intro, right? And let's go to our guest.
I think I jumped the gun a little bit, but let's.
You did. Oh yeah, we already talked about DeVito. If you're watching on YouTube, you've seen him just sitting next to me, doing a little chuckle. I don't know if you can hear him on Spotify, but I guess I don't know why I'm just saying Spotify. We're on everything.
We're on everything
except
Apple
Apple.
Music.
No, except Apple. I don't know how to get on.
I just haven't taken the time to sit down.
I don't really trust people with Apple Music.
Yeah, me either. Yeah. All right. So, anyway, special guest Chris DeVito, great special guest. He's a little bit more of a hard guy to introduce than some of our previous guests, just because a man of just many mysteries, many talents. So I'm going to try to sum you up. Okay. This is my introduction of DeVito. So, hi everyone, welcome DeVito. He's a former bodybuilder, no longer a bodybuilder. Current car guy.
Okay.
Semi-current professional poker player.
Okay.
Current bookie. Current food critic. And then also current TikTok star. How did I do?
I feel like there's
pretty good
random things we could throw in. Like, I bet you had a 2-week lax stint. You probably did rollerblading, skateboarding. I could see you recording videos of yourself planking around random places. Like, there's probably so many other things that we're missing right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pumped to be on here. I'm a little nervous, to be honest, but
well, we're happy to have you on. Yeah, 80 people are going to listen to this. You'll be fine. We're happy to have you on. In all seriousness, DeVito's definitely a buddy of ours, so we're happy to just chill and talk to you. But yeah, so you think I captured everything?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
All right, so let's start. I mentioned TikTok star last.
Yeah.
That whole thing that you've been doing, I think, has been pretty crazy. How many followers are you at now?
Between the two accounts, like around 16,000.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need some of that magic.
I'm going to be honest, Chris. I'm pretty excited to have DeVito on, especially because we've officially sold out. We've made it. We got somebody on here with 16,000 followers between two different TikTok accounts.
Yeah, two.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
I don't know. So pretty excited. Feels good to be.
Yeah, whoever's going to be our talent manager or whatever, you have to beat. The next guest has to be more than 16,000 followers, or else you're not doing your job. Because we do this on our own. But anyway, wait.
They're gonna have something better.
So DeVito, let's talk about it. So you have two TikTok accounts. You have a car one that has a shit ton.
Yeah.
And then a bagel one that has still some, but not as much. Talk about how the fuck did you get 12,000 followers? How did that happen?
To be honest, I don't know. I was kind of part of that crew that wasn't downloading TikTok just because it was a Chinese app,
Yeah.
And then one night I was like, oh, screw it. I see a bunch of people making car content on TikTok, and it's actually pretty big. There's a pretty big automotive following on TikTok, believe it or not. It's not just 14-year-old half naked girls on there. So I downloaded it and I posted a TikTok, and then overnight it got 300,000 views. So I just kept posting them, and I think I made the bagel account a couple days after that, but they both kind of took off right away. And I kind of toned it down on the bagel account a little bit just because I had eaten bagels 4 out of the 7 days of the week.
Yeah.
And
a little late.
TikToks, if you didn't know, they're actually really hard to make, and they're not fun, and they take a while to make. Yeah,
I'm
to make
surprised.
a good one. Yeah, and I obviously didn't know how to make one, so I had to go on YouTube and watch a 13-year-old girl teach me how to make a TikTok video. But yeah, no, they both blew up right away. They're pretty easy, honestly. You just kind of use a catchy song and. It's pretty much it.
Right,
but
you use one of the songs that's trending or whatever, right?
Right.
And the more people see it.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're not big enough to be in a creator fund or anything, right?
So my car account is in Creator Fund.
It is?
Yeah.
What the fuck? How did that happen?
So you need 10,000 followers minimum, and you need a minimum of 100K original views a month. So I hit that on the car one about 4 weeks ago.
Dude, that is Looney Tune land that you're in the creator fund.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it pays for my lunches during the work week,
Really? You make enough money to pay for a meal?
It's between it's between like $4 and $8 a day, depending on like
That's
when
awesome.
like when I post. And there's like a whole calculation scheme for like how much you get paid. Like you can't just be, like screen recording and reposting someone else's video. It's based on like original content, like the amount of like shares and comments, and then like the amount of likes is like last. So but it's been tough because as soon as I hit Creator Fund, the algorithm makes it a little bit harder for your videos to like pick up traction.
Really? They don't want to pay you, right?
And a lot of my videos also revolve around like, street racing and stuff of that nature. So TikTok has like taken down a lot of my videos. Content. Yeah, they flag them, they take them down, and then basically I have to go through like appealing them. And by the time they reinstate the videos, that all the like momentum has been knocked out. So
that sucks, dude. TikTok's such a shady piece of shit. Speaking of TikTok though, Nock, we should make a TikTok. What do you think?
That's what I'm saying. We're getting in the video platform now. So if we consistently have videos,
what are we gonna do on there? What do you think we'll do on TikTok?
Well, they would take like a 30-second snippet. Maybe we're funny.
We take a snippet of our podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it on there.
Okay.
That's what part of my take does.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It would be.
Gotta be funnier.
You could also do little skits and stuff. Like anything you think of, you can do on there. It's like a Vine 2.0. That's how I picture it as.
Yeah. Okay, Nock, I think we'll make one this weekend. What do you say? I think we make a TikTok this weekend.
I had a Vine get 100K views.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
So I would take like soccer clips and I'd put hype music.
You're such a loser. Oh my god.
Sit there, like play a YouTube video on my computer, record it on my phone, and then I had one of Xabi Alonso hitting like a almost half field strike. Got over 100K.
What a loser.
I know.
That sucks. We're not doing that shit.
TikTok is definitely geared towards like funny clips. If you're not like dancing, and I mean, I could see you dancing on TikTok, but.
I mean,
Nock, I have some great videos of you dancing from like 4 years ago at spring break. That would be awesome for the TikTok content. All right, but no, actually, I think we're gonna do it. DeVito, you're our official TikTok consultant. How does that? All right. I just hired you.
Okay.
Are you gonna accept that?
Sure. Why not?
Can I ask you some questions about your TikToks?
Sure.
I did some analysis and I have some questions.
Okay.
So first, how many of your followers did you buy?
Zero. Zero. Yeah.
All right.
Zero.
All right. Next question would be, or this is more of a statement. I hate the robot that reads the text on the bagel videos.
Yeah, I hate her too. It's just something that was trending. And
everyone does it though. Why?
So the original robot voice is like kind of popular. You see a bunch of TikToks that have it.
Yeah.
Apparently they just got in a lawsuit or something over that voice. It
sounded like Siri, and I think they had to change it, right? Isn't that what happened?
I don't know. I just remember reading that it was something like that, and so now there's a new one, and that's why I kind of stopped making the bagel videos because I felt like the new one wasn't that good. Some people said I should just use my own voice.
Yeah, why don't you use your own voice?
I'm thinking about it. Honestly, it's really funny because I like barely like pull up the bagel account anymore. But when I do, it's always like 5 or 6 just random people saying, "Where did you go? Like, please come back. Like, we need your reviews." I'm just like, oh my gosh. But I think I'm gonna make one this week.
The bagel comments are crazy, right? Because he gave me a good idea and was like, go through and like see if anyone like shit talks your posts, right? And then ask it. No one shit talks. It's literally people saying, "Hey, what do you think about XYZ bagel store? Or you should go here next." And it's just like, damn, where are the fun comments here? It's just like genuinely people concerned about bagels.
Yeah. The funniest part was like I would get like DMs and they'd be like, "Please take me to get bagels with you." From like random like girls, like some of them like 14 years old, 15 years old. I'm like, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
It's not legal. I'm like 23 years old. I cannot do this.
Yeah, but I mean, it started as like a joke. Actually, I had a bet with a friend that I couldn't make a viral TikTok, and that's how the bagel account actually started. Because I was like, TikTok's so cliche. You pick like a lo-fi song, use the TikTok voice, and you review something. And like all the scenes I do, like I've seen on TikTok.
Works.
Yeah.
You have one with like 100,000 views or something like that.
Yeah, I think on the bagel one, I don't really know what the views are because I haven't looked at it in a while. But yeah, the car one has a few that are like at like 500,000, 600,000.
That's nuts. So when I said for Nock to look up your comments. I also looked up your car comments, and you get chirped a little on your car one.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I mean, that's just like how like the car scene is like pretty toxic. Like,
right? Yeah, I have a couple. They're not that funny, but like I think they're a little funny. I screenshotted a couple. The first one that I thought was really funny was just somebody said, "Imagine needing this much attention," which I thought was like, pretty sick, burn. Then we had, "I'd slash your tires, no offense," is another one.
I actually haven't seen any of these.
We got just very we got slow and sounds like shit, and then just very to the point, someone just wrote stupid. And then a really nice one was Zac Efron. Is that you? Someone thinks you look like Zac Efron.
Oh, nice.
You should comment back to that person and say thank you.
Okay, I'll do that.
I was gonna say, are you too big for your fans now? I've noticed a lot of comments and you just don't like it. You don't comment it back. Like, are you too big to respond? Because we respond to everything. Granted, it's like 2 people.
No, I think it's good to respond. The first video that I posted like blew up. I like responding, and then I found out like it just. When people talk shit and stuff, it makes you like mad. So I figured it's better to just not respond at all, you know. I think it's good to respond to like good comments though. Yeah.
We've got to have you respond to one of these. Like the kid that just said stupid. Period. You've got to send something back to that guy.
I mean, a lot of them have like thousands of comments. You know, it's just chirping back at one little kid isn't gonna.
I think he's really grown, you know, after Tommy Mack called him slow a million times in random places.
Blacksburg.
I think he's gotten over it. The negative feedback doesn't phase him.
No, I did, one time I did get triggered and I like made a whole, you know how you can make video responses on TikTok?
Yeah.
I made like a video response to this one kid that was chirping me and it got like 40 likes, like his comments. I was like, all right, this one matters. Like, fuck this kid, you know, can I cuss? So fuck this kid, I'm gonna like respond to him, clap back at him, and then like everyone's gonna know not to fuck with me, you know? And then like it got up, it posted, a bunch of people started liking it, and then I was like, this is so dumb. I'm literally like chirping with probably like a 13-year-old on TikTok right now and just deleted the video.
No, I want to see more of that. I like it. All right. But yeah, you're hired for us. It's sick what we've done. Not to like gloss over that. It's sick that you're like famous on TikTok. But
I wish
we're hiring you. Followers. You're going to be our consultant.
Okay.
We're going to make a TikTok this weekend. I think. We'll see if we follow through.
The key I feel like for you guys is just you got to like post, you know, if you're trying to like blow this podcast up, you got to have pretty much every social media and just like be posting on them.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work. It's hard. You know, I've been doing it with like my car and my new company that I started for like car parts and everything. But it's like you got to be constantly putting out content on every single platform.
Yeah. Wait, really quick before we get off TikTok, we should let him plug his new TikTok. Say your TikTok names.
So my car TikTok is N55fan. If you don't like cars, you're not gonna like it at all. So don't feel like you have to go look at it, but you can if you're curious. And then my bagel one is called DMV Bagels. Basically, I just give them the backstory of the bagel one. I made a spreadsheet of like a bunch of bagel places around Arlington and the DC area, and I was gonna rate them all just because I like bagels, and so I started posting those videos. The car one's just more car content that you're not gonna like if you don't like cars.
We're a bunch of car nerds, but I feel like everybody would like, unless you're like one of those people that can't have bread. What are they called?
In your expert
who can't have bread?
Bread.
Gluten free. I feel like everyone likes bagels.
In your expert opinion, what makes one bagel better than another? Is there a secret sauce? Is it the bread?
Sauce. No. So I'm strictly bacon, egg, and cheese on everything. That's how I keep the ratings the same. You know. And I don't switch it up, get weird bagels and stuff like that. But what makes it better is just, you know, all these places are making their own homemade bagels, so they all taste a lot different. I mean, you can tell. Have you ever had?
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite that our listeners can go and try, and if they hate it, they know who to come to?
I'm pretty loyal to Bagel Cafe in Herndon.
Okay, it's called Bagel Cafe.
Bagel Cafe, the Bagel Cafe. It's pretty famous.
Damn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, for all of you listeners that are not from Virginia, we're talking about Herndon, Virginia.
Yep.
We don't have charts on location. That kind of sucks.
Yeah. That'd be a good statistic to have. I feel like.
We've got age, and we have like 165 plus listener.
Yeah.
But most of it is 19 to 28, I think is the range.
Yeah.
Like that, 29.
It's interesting looking at those. I have that kind of stuff too for like Instagram and TikTok, and it's like my car Instagram is like 98.1% male and like 2% female, you know. But then like on TikTok, I somehow have like 35 or 40% female viewers, which makes me feel better
because you
about
look
myself.
like Zac Efron. That's why. All right, that's enough TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok,
you can cut some of that. You know.
I was having fun. I was having
I don't know a
fun.
lot about TikTok.
Wait, so yeah, and then last thing about you before we get into some segments and get into, I don't know, just some general sports talk. Can we talk about you being a bookie?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for sure.
So what's it like being a bookie?
Have you ever had a break any kneecaps?
No. We did have to like kind of talk to someone and be like, hey, you kind of have to pay us, But no, it was a lot of fun while it lasted. It was a really good time. Kind of slowing down now with like FanDuel and DraftKings and all that coming out. Obviously
No
taking
need for a bookie anymore.
Right. It's just like I can't personally match the lines that they're offering, but during those 3 years, it was a lot of fun. Always good to like be able to. I know like someone would see me around and always have something to talk about with me. Yeah. Like talking about the plays they made or like the parlays and talking about that kind of stuff, which was always fun.
Don't out anyone with the first part of this question, but then if you can out the second part of the question, what's the most somebody's lost to you in a week? You don't have to. I feel like you shouldn't say that person's name. But then has anybody just absolutely torched you one week? And I feel like that person would be hyped, so you can say their name if you want. I don't know. You don't have to.
Yeah, I've been both torched and been rewarded nicely for someone's performance. As far as single week, I had someone March Madness Sweet 16 week go down 4,200 in 1 week. Yeah,
that hurts.
Yeah. I cut him a little deal because I felt bad for him, but. And then, I mean, I've been torched more than $300 a week, but I feel like I have to tell you guys this story. You might know it. Nick Logue threw like a 7 or 8 leg parlay for $5.
No, he did not.
And hit it and made $300 and then never bet on anything on my book ever again. So that was $300 lost.
That's great.
Yeah.
We'll have to send Nick this podcast. I don't know if he listens.
I think you shouted him out one episode.
He listened. I know for a fact he listened one time. I don't know if he's a recurring listener.
Okay, yeah. Well, he knows what I'm talking about, and fuck you, Nick.
Yeah.
That's another thing we forgot about. If anyone has any like names for our audience for what to call them, please tweet at us and let us know. We gotta brainstorm some names.
This should be something to do with like Rice Krispie treats.
What is this for?
That was a bad joke.
You know how like some podcasts like call their audience a certain.
Oh yeah, like the Stokers. Yeah,
something like that. We need a name for our podcast listeners so we know what to refer to them as.
That's a job for whoever wants to be hired as our manager.
Or our meme officer.
Yeah. We need to get Sorkin on the Twitter. He needs to just start posting those.
Yeah, he needs to run it.
All right. Yeah, we didn't already do that.
All right. Go.
All right. Whoa. Falling back there a little bit. All right. Switching gears. Little segment time. Yeah? Little segment time.
Yeah.
We did have some breaking news, which actually leads into one of our segments pretty nicely. I just saw an alert on my phone that Ben Simmons is going to try to shoot with his right hand next season, which is nuts.
He doesn't look horrible
that rivals on like the Jameis Winston thing where like it just 10 years into his career. Yeah. Well, it's like 10 years in his career. This dude's like, oh yeah, like I can't really see. Like I'm gonna get surgery. Like what? Like 5 years into the Ben Simmons career, he's like, yeah, I'm shooting with the wrong hand my whole life. Like it literally doesn't make any sense. But
so funny.
But the reason why it leads into our first segment is because we had a Kevin Huerter game last night, which is crazy to think. For those of you who don't know, the Sixers lost to the Hawks last night, which is a huge deal. Nobody thought it was going to happen. Sixers number 1 seed. Big jokes going on. Kevin Huerter is like, he looks like a 7-year-old ginger.
The Red Rocket.
But he's in the NBA. I mean, this dude, I guarantee he's never shaved. Guaranteed. He has red hair.
Is he 21?
I don't know. He went to Maryland for 1 year. But in honor of Kevin, we're going to do 3 segments. Our first segment in honor of Kevin Huerter, the red-haired assassin. We're going to do just in general our top 3 favorite things that are red, that incorporate the color red. Then we're going to have 2 more segments after that.
Maybe. We'll figure it out. We'll see how
we're going to, well, right, we may only do 1.
Yeah.
So we're going to have at least 1 segment after this. We might have 2. Who knows? All right, so top 3 favorite things that are red in honor of our boy Kevin Herter, which we'll talk a little more basketball later.
First. You sound like you're ready for things.
I'll go first. We'll go. I'm not afraid of
DeVito,
first.
And then me or me. How ready are you, DeVito?
I'll go second.
Right,
you can close. You can close.
All right.
Okay. All right. The top 3 favorite things that are red draft. Crisp with the first selection is going to pick the first little bit of sunburn you get in the summer. Like the first time you go out and you get a little bit of a summer. When you get a little bit of a summer. No. The first time you go out, winter ends. You're cold. Then it goes to what's next? Spring. Goes to spring. Gradually, it's gradually getting a little bit warmer. And there's that one day you go outside. You get. I'm not saying you get like sun. You're not saying you get hurt. I'm not saying you get a really bad sunburn. But you go out on that first really nice day of the year. You're chilling outside and you get a little bit of a sunburn.
Who wants to be red?
The best.
You want to be
the best. Well, it turns into gold, obviously.
Yeah, but like,
dude, it's great. I love it. I'm sure some of our listeners will love it. That first little sunburn you get.
He was trying to roast me, saying how good he was at segments. He's not good. He's just extremely controversial because he picks the worst things.
Yeah. On that note, in terms of the segments, I think I got to say it crisp. I wrote some constructive feedback here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we're really going to get into this, huh? Okay.
Just real quick, this is episode 6. I wrote down here, you gave TGI Fridays a 7 out of 10, with 10 being the best dining experience of your lifetime.
Yes.
That was the criteria that was told to you.
That's correct.
Okay. Not only that, then you signed up to be a rewards member, and you gave an overview of the TGI Fridays rewards program benefits from memory.
Correct.
I thought there was something just a little bit wrong with that.
I will live and die by TGI Fridays. I will always be a fan. So you can suck me.
All right.
So take his choices here for his favorite things that are red. With a little grain of salt.
All right, my favorite things. My first one, it really hits home. This kid Javon in my high school. I went to a pretty privileged high school that everyone was doing. There wasn't anyone really hurting financially.
Yeah. And
we had this one kid Javon. Apparently, he thought he was a blood, so he would wear red every day to school, and they'd always make him go home and change. So that's my first favorite thing. It was really funny just because everyone knew he was wasn't hard or anything, but he would just still try to
So is your favorite thing the Bloods themselves, or
just him dressing up and then changing? Yeah, that was good. It got to the point where I don't know if you guys ever went to the school nurse or anything, but sometimes they keep change of clothes in there.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. Well, they got tired of him leaving, his mom coming and picking him up and changing at home, so they just started giving him clothes they had in the nurse's office to wear.
That's funny. All right, Nock, go ahead. Pick number 1.
Hard to follow those up. This might not be that funny. This one just makes sense. My favorite thing that's red is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Probably one of the greatest bands of all time. You can play it any time. If you drive in a car without listening to them, that's a mistake. So this one's not funny. It just makes sense.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm my literal reaction is whatever. Okay, sure. All right, snake draft. Take your second pick.
Okay,
snake draft.
I'm pretty scared here because I'm torn between these two. I think I'm gonna go with Iron Man. So I was gonna say the Red Ranger, but I'm gonna go with Iron Man because Iron Man's red.
Nice. No, Iron Man's cool. Actually, no, Iron Man's cool.
These aren't funny. I just make sense. I'm just good at picking things that are red.
I don't know about that.
I don't have any friends that want to be Bloods.
Iron Man's fine. Iron Man's fine. Iron Man's cool. I like Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. Cool actor. Good guy. No complaints.
Fuck, dude. My last.
How about his girlfriend wife though? What's her name? The redhead.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, that's definitely way better pick than Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have picked a hot redhead. Actually, nah, you can't do that.
I mean,
also
her
not
character in the movie.
She's not even the hottest redhead. Emma Stone is the hottest redhead.
Gwyneth Paltrow, I'm pretty sure is a nice woman. Why are we slandering Gwyneth Paltrow?
I thought I saw a story.
We have it. We're gaining more notoriety. We may have her on someday. Who knows? As long as we didn't pick what's her name from The Office that's a KKK member. Don't pick her.
Oh my God. Was it Meredith? Is it
Aaron.
Oh, Aaron. Yeah.
Don't pick Aaron. Anybody.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right, so 0 for 2, I guess for me. We'll go back to DeVito.
No, Nock. I mean, it's cool. Whatever.
My number 2 is got to be the red maintenance truck of the maintenance guy that comes and fixes our apartment. If you guys weren't aware, our apartment completely flooded our living room.
Oh, really?
Over the past weekend. I guess our AC unit
I heard it smells.
Yeah, it decided to just, blow up or something. Filled up with water, and the water got all in the living room. But I haven't had a working toilet in my bedroom for the past couple weeks. I just use the community one in the lobby,
Oh, you're so spoiled. You have to walk out of your bedroom to go to the bathroom like 70% of Americans.
I'm in an apartment building. I use the one in the lobby.
Oh shit! Wait, I thought you meant like the one in the main room.
No,
you have to walk to the lobby.
the fucking lobby.
Oh, that's big time on me for not listening.
Clothes on.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's a huge bummer.
Yeah.
I retract what I said earlier.
Yeah.
Welcome back to freshman year in the dorm.
Shit, that's actually nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. I put in a request to fix it every week, and then by the 3rd or 4th day, it just stops working again. So.
That's what sinks are for.
No, I'm not shitting in a sink.
Fair enough.
All right, my second pick.
Yeah,
my second
and 3.
My second pick is Wendy.
Wendy
from Wendy's.
That's a good one.
Wendy, redhead.
Mm-hmm.
Logo's red.
Like that one.
I like the pick.
That one doesn't make me laugh, but that one makes sense.
Yeah.
I do appreciate Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy.
Does.
It's a good
Easy.
pick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you picked her though over Ronald McDonald.
I did.
That's kind of funny.
I'm more into Wendy sexually than Ronald McDonald.
Wow! Why'd you have to go and make it sexual?
Bonk. All right, that's my second pick. A little burp there. I don't know if Mike caught that. Sorry. And then my third pick is like a scratch on your face or your neck that you get that makes you look really cool.
What?
You know how if you you get a scratch on your face or your neck and you look like, I'm not saying you look like you were in a fight necessarily. I one time got a really cool looking scratch on my cheek. It went all the way under my eye and down my cheek. And I felt really freaking cool for a month. This was early on in college. That's my third favorite red. A little bit of scratch that makes you look like you had an athletic competition and you got in there and got a little battle wound.
The worst
my third
part
favorite
about
red.
This one is you got under my skin when you were making fun of mine, but then you go again, and I'm like, how? What is that?
No, people will, and then I'm not even saying the typical you should see the other guy thing, but people get the you should see the other guy thing. That's a thing. I didn't just say something ludicrous.
I think so.
People love having a little bit of a battle scar.
I think
People love a battle
that
scar.
One is on par with
No. People love battle scars. I guarantee that somebody else will be like, yeah, I like to have a nice battle scar.
Right, somebody please tweet at us. Be on the side.
All right, DeVito, go with your last pick.
I didn't really have a third one, but I'll go off the spot. I feel like the red Beats, the original version 1 red
Those
Beats.
Were great beats.
I mean, I feel like everyone was
that's a good
13
one.
years old, had a pair of them. Just something we all were raised off of. Those
Dude, I wanted those
OG
beats
ones.
so bad. They were
Yeah.
$250, $300, and I never that was just so much money.
I'm sure they were under $50 cost to make too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And
That's a good one.
The color
I like
red
that
on
one.
it, extra $75.
Yeah, the whole product red thing that Apple does with the iPhones and stuff, and I feel like the Beats before this. I think this was before they came out with the gold, right? The gold Beats, the red Beats were the ones that you had to have.
Well, so you would be the person to ask. Isn't it a thing that it's either the car is more expensive or the insurance is more expensive? But red cars, versus
Insurance.
red cars?
Yeah, I paid I think I paid $26 extra a month for my last car that
Just
was
for
red.
having to be red.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't go any faster,
Yep, just the color.
Yeah, that kind of. So, I was kind of thinking about that too. I'm not using this as my third one, but I was gonna say
This is honorable mention.
this is honorable mention. I was gonna say red shirts, because like it's supposed to be like when you wear a red shirt,
Like,
you're more powerful.
Fuck, you know what I want to change mine? Can I change mine?
Well, if it's good, yeah.
Tiger Woods on a Sunday?
Oh, that is a good one.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Great one.
I still am standing by my
You're
having
right.
a battle scar
That's-
pick, but as my third pick. But I just want it to be known that I thought of Tiger Woods on a Sunday. But anyway, go ahead, Nock.
Dude, I have a ton of honorable mentions. Now you're in my head. I can't think of like funny things.
Yeah.
Red Bull. Red Bull makes sense, but I don't have anything funny.
I mean, do you drink a lot of Red Bull?
Yeah.
Tell
dude,
a
when
funny
you're
story about when you like got too fucked up off Red Bull vodkas or something.
Nah, dude. The problem is I never get fucked up off them. It's like I'm like very tired, and so I drink one, and that brings me back to life. But
All right, that's a fine pick.
No. I think I'm gonna go red wine.
Nice. I almost said red wine.
I think red wine is a good one because like wine is one of those drunks where like you get it, and like you don't feel that drunk, but you are very drunk.
I love red wine. Yeah.
Like I think the KC story back from college is like a phenomenal wine story. He went to like a wine festival and like the video of him just like can't walk.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
like-
yeah. Shout out Kevin. I don't think Kevin listens. Maybe he'll listen this weekend. We'll see him this weekend.
Well, if I'm riding in the car with him, I'll make him listen to it.
Yeah, maybe we
If
should
he's-
make everybody
if he's
listen this
driving,
weekend.
He'll definitely listen.
All right, segment. That's our segment. I think I won, like always, but usually I'm wrong because I get tripped the most. But
Yeah, you're gonna
hey,
get chirped. You're gonna get chirped, that's
you
fine.
know, all press is good press. All right, I'm not. Let's.
I forgot we skipped beef of the week.
Well, we'll do that. We'll do that last segment. We'll do this last segment. I'm not going to say second segment in case we skip this. So we're going to say next segment. All right. So next segment, we are going to Nock and I are going on vacation. We are bad employees. Take another vacation. We did this somewhat recently too.
Yeah.
So we're going on vacation.
I'm trying to go on vacation every month.
And we
That's
have
my
a
thing.
little bit of an issue. We're going to North Carolina, and it's supposed to
Be a
tropical storm the whole time we're there. So obviously it's a bummer. There's nothing we can do about it. But obviously a terrible situation. So we're going anyway. But it got us thinking, what are like the worst things that could happen to you while you're on vacation? So that's gonna be our next
You can't
segment.
use tropical storm.
Well, if one of us says tropical storm, then it'd be really lame. Obviously, be like very, very not funny. Nock. I figured that might be on your list, to be honest.
No, I mean that's one. Fuck off. It makes sense, but all right. Let me go first.
So all right, Nock will go first.
Let me go
DeVito,
first.
what do you want? Second or third?
Third.
Okay, I'll go
You're
second.
gonna hate this one. Well, I would say sun poisoning.
Yeah, I mean that obviously sucks. I didn't say.
Well, you're the one that was
I
like,
didn't
you know what,
say
I'd
I
like to
wanted.
get red.
I didn't say I wanted sun poisoning. I said I wanted that little bit of
You didn't
bit
even
of
say
red.
The golden color.
That little bit of red that you get when you go outside and it's nice for the
Like your
first time in
face is
season.
blushing?
I mean,
Like, you
that's a
want that
fucking
color of
great
red?
feeling when it's nice for the first time. You get out of here.
Your second.
Get out of here.
Alright, so my first one is sun poisoning because that's just the worst when it's like. You
Yeah,
really,
it ruins the week.
You're done and you're trying to relax and you can't because you sit down, you lay down, and it's just like uncomfortable.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
My first one is no TGI Fridays within a
Shut
convenient
the hell
location
up.
of the vacation destination.
I gotta go to TGI Fridays, I guess. Always talking about TGI Fridays.
The worst part about this is you're kind of right. I kind of want to go back just to see if I'm missing something. I know I'm not.
I've never ate there in my life.
For good reason.
I'm actually
It's not that good.
my friends that I went
There
with.
can't be that many left.
I went with. I need the 6 of you that I went with. 5 of you. 5 other of you that I went with. I need you
We need
guys
the
to
hot
help me
guy.
out.
We need the hot
What
guy
about-
that went
I need
in.
you to help me out, and
What
I need
about-
you to say something in my defense.
What's the place with the dollar drink specials?
Applebee's.
It's nothing.
That's
It's-
Applebee's.
oh my god, that's the
Applebee's
ugliest dog I've ever
is
seen.
better
He's so loyal. He's so
TGI
loyal.
Fridays.
This guy's incredibly loyal to TGI
Applebee's
Fridays.
is better than TGI Fridays.
Yeah, well, you guys haven't been, so you don't even fucking know. Go ahead, DeVito.
My number one, I guess it's more realistic in terms of like Nock's theme that he's been going with, but I think I saw this like become a thing like last summer. It was going around a lot, but the Airbnb you rent is just a complete front, and you get there and it just like doesn't exist. Like you can't contact the owner, and he just like takes your money.
Wait, that's happened to you or no?
No, it hasn't happened to me, but
Okay.
like I know it was like a thing that was like happening before Airbnb really stepped up their like verification game and stuff. So I think that'd just be awful, like paying for like a flight or driving down or something, and then just
Dude, that
The
guy
property
ties into
doesn't
it
even
is,
exist.
Like when they try and charge you for stupid shit afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, even
damage
if you've been a
fees.
relatively good guest and you haven't even broken things, but they're like, oh, there's marks on this.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks.
I mean, that's always going to happen, but I'm literally talking about just, like, you get there and, like, someone has made a fake listing for the property that obviously they don't own and just takes your money. Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm sure that happened a lot at the beginning. That would be the worst. Absolute worst thing that could happen on vacation.
Definitely
That's a good one.
Thank you.
All right, number 2. Follow it up.
Again? Oh, gosh.
Snake draft.
Snake draft.
If you're not ready, we can go to another.
Definitely got to be food poisoning. I mean, most vacations 3 or 4 days, right?
2 poisonings.
Over the weekend, definitely gonna knock you out for the entire duration of the vacation, which is just gonna completely suck, you know.
All right, yeah,
In general just sucks.
that would absolutely suck. All right, my second one is, I think you actually are gonna respect this one because this isn't me trying to be funny for headlines. Neighbors that care that you're too loud.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That sucks.
The worst.
That
That is the worst. Like, I'm thinking about, like, all the formals and shit we went on in college. Like, getting in trouble at the hotel, like, getting kicked off campus for the mountain weekend. I mean, you know better than anybody. But like, neighbors that care about noise suck. Mm-hmm. Suck.
Alright, you guys signed me up for 2 nice-ass ones. I'm glad these weren't taken. So this one is inspired from Forgetting Sarah Marshall. If you run into an ex, that's got to ruin a vacation.
Nice.
Hasn't happened to me. I hope it doesn't happen to me. But that's got to suck.
Yeah.
Like forgetting, they made a movie about it.
You're right. Probably doesn't happen often, but if it does, it's very funny.
Although now that I think about it, he does bang his ex in the movie, so that kind
He
of
wins.
works out.
He does win.
Yeah.
He does win.
But
All
in
right.
general, that would suck.
Yeah, no, that would suck. I'm with you on that.
And then last one, this didn't happen to me, and this is like slightly general, but with a story, is when TSA has to throw something away in the airport.
Yeah.
Right, so I went on vacation.
I didn't
Vegas
even think
with
that
Sorkin,
route, but that's good.
And they threw away his toothpaste, and it's just like one of those minor inconveniences where it's like, now he either has to not brush his teeth or go get toothpaste.
Yeah.
But that sucks. You don't want to go.
It's also embarrassing.
Stop,
He got stopped by TSA and they search his bag. It's pretty
A guy with
yeah.
drugs gets in, like, he went back with, like, weed gummies, no questions asked, but they stop him for the toothpaste.
3.4 ounces, man. You gotta beware.
That's legal? Oh, you're talking about, like, the size. Yeah,
the size.
Yeah.
That is funny. That is a good one. Okay, yeah,
I think that was a better segment.
No, you had 3. You had 3 really good ones.
Yeah.
Like things that suck.
Third, or
no, I'm about to say my third. My third is going to the beach and your friends getting caught up in a riptide. The only reason I say that, which is like a legit,
I was thinking about bringing this.
I don't mean to joke.
I
don't mean to joke about riptides. Yeah, we were all there for this because riptides are serious. But yeah, we had like I'll just tell the story really quick. We all went to the beach. This was probably like 3 or 4 years ago for spring break. There's this big riptide that like 6 of us, our friends, got caught up in, and like a couple of them like come back to the shore. Like I think like somebody puked. Like everybody was like dead, and then one of our friends, shout out Mike Beanert, who is not a dumb person. He's like actually like very good at his job and like got good grades, but like just like one of like you meet him like this kid's dumb. And he just walks back to shore. He just he's gonna be like, you're right. But just walks back to shore like nothing happened, and we're all like, dude, like what, you were just caught up in a riptide and you're just like just chilling now, everybody else is dying. He's like, oh yeah, I just like went to the bottom of the ocean floor and crawled across it until I got out of the riptide. And we're all like, what? He's like, yeah, I just like crawled on my knees on the bottom of the ocean floor until I was out of the riptide.
It wasn't crawling on his knees. He was like hands and feet, like grabbing sand.
And then we all looked at each other and we're like, did this dude just like create a solution to one of the biggest problems in the ocean?
He like tried to go back and like help other people too that were like stuck in the riptide.
Yeah,
he's a true hero.
Yeah, a true hero, but also low-key a genius. Just solves one of America's biggest problems. No, that's not true at all. But riptides are not one of America's biggest problems. But solved a large problem.
Not being good at swimming. That's definitely a big problem.
But believe it or not, so that, I don't know if you remember, but I was deathly ill that trip. I was literally about to bring this story up.
I do remember that.
I was like extremely ill and I had to cop like a flight back home.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right before I left, like, someone was supposed to drive me to the airport, and then this whole riptide situation happened. But right before that, I was up with Keller, and they were like, oh, yeah, we're about to go swimming. And I was like, Keller, there's something wrong with that water. There's a mad undercurrent. Do not go in that water. You can ask him when he gets back, and he listened to me, and he didn't go in.
I mean, there was a red flag up.
And everyone went in, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. That's actually a nice addition to the story, DeVito.
Yeah, but you're supposed to swim, for those listening that don't know how to get out of one, you're supposed to swim parallel with the shore.
Well, maybe not anymore. Maybe you're supposed to crawl on the bottom of the floor.
No, don't try that.
I'm challenging all of our followers to try it and see how it goes.
No.
We're going to the beach this weekend. Maybe we can get.
Yeah, we're going to the beach in a tropical storm. We're gonna make Beaner jump in the ocean reenacted while a tropical storm is happening. Good. All right. That's our segment, right? Oh no, you have one, DeVito. What's your third?
Got one left.
Third one. I guess I'll make this one personal since my last two weren't. Definitely senior year Key West. The combination of being extremely hungover and having Andrew Dev push my phone into the pool at Dante's. Oh. That next day had no. I missed the booze cruise because I was just like throwing up every couple hours, and I had no phone and no internet. So I literally just sat there and watched Law and Order SVU for 8 hours straight. And I got into like the first few episodes, but after like the fourth hour being alone by myself and vomiting in between episodes, wasn't really that great.
I can't tell if your third one is either A, being frat, or B, like, just getting hungover.
Well, no, I think that the general
I had no
phone. Yeah, the general theme, which I know it's a personal story, but this is actually a very good one, low key. Losing your phone on vacation.
Yeah.
Like, actually, the worst is losing your worst. I think about this every time I go on vacation. Just like I'm doing another honorable mention, losing your ID.
Oh, that was one I
Could you imagine? I've never done it. Well, ID, you have to. You need it to fly.
I don't know how you would get that back.
Yeah, like if I'm not in Virginia, where the fuck do I go?
So I lost.
Well, but what if you don't? What if you don't bring them? What if you don't bring your passport?
I have my passport.
All right. Well, good for you.
I don't know.
Smart.
I don't know what you
drive.
do.
I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, losing your phone is like a huge
phone,
bad one.
Rest in peace to my roommate Tony. Lost his phone in the Uber this past weekend.
Bummer. Losing your phone, losing your wallet.
Really?
Third one.
In general.
Could you get it back?
Well, so we had a buddy that ordered it, and he was like messaging them, trying to get them to respond, and they never responded. And like he went and sat in D.C. outside of where like his phone was last tracked. Turned out it was his friend's house, but like that was at like 10 p.m. It wasn't actually where the phone was.
Wow.
So he just went and bought a new one that same day.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks. All right, that segment is over. Worst thing to happen on vacation. Pray for us if you want while we're in the middle of a tropical storm this weekend by choice.
Do you have any ideas of things to do?
Skimboarding.
In the tropical
storm? When it's tropical?
That's what we used to do in Virginia Beach, like when the hurricanes would come through. There's like the water level rises, so there's a bunch of ponds everywhere. Get yourself a skimboard. It's a lot of fun.
All right, beef of the week. I can start. Actually, no, I need to pull my phone out. Is anybody ready? I need to read something, is why.
I got beef.
I have one.
My beef is I was thinking about this when you told me you were doing this segment. It's hot girl summer. I mean the constant posts of it's hot girl summer. It's got to stop.
Is your beef the hot girls themselves?
No. It's the people overposting. I mean it's practically hot girl summer for every single girl that has an Instagram account. And at first I was like, okay, like. I'll let this happen, but it's got to stop. I mean, I don't know if it's just people that are late adopters that didn't get on the trend last summer, but it seems like every single girl has a post out there that's hot girl summer where they're just, in a bikini trying to show off, and like good for you, but it's just it just makes me want to delete social media. It makes my eyes bleed.
So to summarize DeVito's beef of the week, he has his biggest issue is that too many hot girls are posting bikini pictures on the internet.
Yeah,
that's DeVito's.
Yeah, you guys make me sound gay, No,
I'm just hot girl summer. That's his beef.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, I respect the beef. I don't have. I'm not gonna have a problem with anybody else's beef. Beef's a beef.
No comment.
All right.
Beef of the week. All right.
Nock, you got a beef?
Mine was going to be tropical storm, but then looking back on it, that's a bad beef of the week, so let me go last.
Okay, I have a beef. So we'll talk a little bit more about the U.S. Open later, but my beef does revolve around the U.S. Open.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. So I made a couple bets on the U.S. Open. I'm going to get in... I have two that could have been my beef from the U.S. Open revolving around my betting, but I think this one's better. So I did just a very simple to make the cut bet on Victor Hovland.
Oh my
Victor
God!
Hovland.
Yeah.
To make the cut, because he's been playing well, and he didn't have a great first day. He's +3, +3. Mind you, the cut was +4.
Okay.
So in theory, if he had a decent day on the second day, he would have made the cut.
Yeah.
So he teed off at he was the last tee time on the second day or something. He didn't tee off till 5:30. So I'm sitting. Was hanging out with a couple friends. Was sitting at this restaurant, right? And at 8:00, maybe 7:00, I was like, oh, I wonder how my guys are doing. I checked the U.S. Open. I'm scrolling down, I see a couple of my guys doing okay, and then I'm like, where the fuck is Victor Hovland? Can't find him. I scroll all the way down the bottom, no way, this dude's in last.
Yep.
I scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I see a withdrawal next to his name. He withdrew. I'm what the fuck? What the fuck happened? Did I not do my research? He had a knee injury coming in or something that maybe he was gonna have to withdraw. So then I go to Twitter, I search his name. The first thing that comes up on Twitter, I'm gonna read the tweet directly.
Oh God.
Per the broadcast, Victor Hovland has withdrawn from the U.S. Open after getting sand in his eye.
Yep.
And I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I gotta add to this story.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my dad runs this golf pool where you get 4 picks, 4 guys. Me and my dad both had Victor Hovland on our squad.
Yeah.
My dad, if you didn't know, is an optometrist, right?
Okay.
So he got basically Victor Hovland got a corneal abrasion on his eye, right? And my dad is sitting there watching with me because I went home last weekend.
Really funny.
And the one thing that he does when you get an abrasion, you flip the eyelid, right?
Yeah.
To get whatever caused the abrasion out of their eye. They put a contact lens bandage on it instead. So it
what is that?
it basically entrapped what was in his eye instead of removing it. So my dad is sitting there just screaming at the TV, absolutely irate, because we both have him on our team as one of our picks, and we get penalized if he misses the cut, right?
Yeah.
And my dad also knows the correct way to get whatever is in his eye out of his fucking eye. So he's just freaking out at the TV. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's a really funny perspective.
Yeah.
And it adds to my beef.
Yeah.
That adds to my beef. I was so mad. I could not believe that was a real tweet when I saw it. And I wasn't watching the broadcast, so I didn't get the full effect. But it almost made it worse for me because all the context I had was just that tweet.
Yeah.
Withdrawals due to sand.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
I would have thought that your beef would have also been Louis.
Well, we'll talk about Louis later. It was close because I want Louis' head on a stick, but Victor Hovland.
Did you pick him too?
I had Louis to win.
Really?
I had 10 to win 450.
Hit it in the fucking bush.
Yeah, he hit it the only place you can't hit it in. Anyway. All right, Nock, what's your beef? You got a beef? It can be tropical storms if you want.
Nah, I mean, that's kind of lame. I mean, tropical storms. So I will say I've had horrible luck.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to the beach. Tropical storm happens. I went to the lake for Memorial Day weekend. Just pouring rain the entire time. I'm on a horrible trip. When I went to Colorado, when I was there and I was driving around, it was the worst snowstorm. I thought I was gonna die. I'm on a horrible vacation track record, except for Nashville. Nashville's great.
Yes.
My beef of the week would be, it's kind of tied to vacations, right? So if you vacation midweek or honestly the week before, those couple days of work right before where you just have a boatload of work, because even though you might not have been doing a ton had you not gone on vacation, for some reason it's just when you go away everything comes up, and so your days of work before that are just horrible. So it's not a funny
after
week, but
what after?
No, after I've never had any problems.
Really?
It's always before.
I have a question unrelated to your beef of the week. You said boatload. Why do you never curse on this show? I'm just curious. I've noticed that. I know you curse in real life.
So it's a mix of things, right? One, it's just the way my brain works.
Okay. You just want to say boatload?
And that was just what my brain thought there. Also, it could be childhood traumas. Because for the longest time growing up, my friends bullied me and said it sounded weird when I said cuss words.
Nice.
So it could be that takes effect.
Sure.
That takes effect.
All right, that's a quick little sidebar. I was curious.
Yeah.
All right, good beef of the week. I like everyone's beef.
Yeah.
But obviously, everybody has a beef every week, so it's nice to get it off our chest. Okay, segment's done. All right, so that's all for segments. It was a fun segment
Yeah,
session.
good time.
And now we'll do just a little news wrap up. We usually do this at the beginning, but we did a little different this time. We'll do it at the end.
We're trying things.
Trying new things. Yeah, we're gonna see. I don't know. We don't know how much people like the sports news / I think people do like the sports news / pop culture news, but maybe the.
I think our diehards, our top 20% like the sports news.
Yeah.
They like our analysis.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so there's a lot to talk about.
Crunch numbers.
Yeah, so we touched briefly on Kevin Herter because we did our favorite things that are red. But let's talk a little bit more about the NBA. We also talked a little bit about Ben Simmons with the breaking news. But Kevin Herter ended the process last night.
He did.
Nuts. I mean, first of all, the fact that the 76ers lost, to me, is still crazy. I thought there was no way they were ever going to lose that series, even when they were down 3-2. But the fact that they let Kevin Herter score 30, I mean, is crazy.
I mean, I knew the Hawks were going to win. I bet the
Hawks... I know you
did.
Really? I couldn't believe that you thought that.
You can ask Gilgate Keller right now. You can ask him. I bet the Hawks every game in the series. Every single one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were a Hawks guy, and it always surprised me, and I didn't agree with you, but you were obviously right.
Trae Young being an absolute savage in New York, and so I was like, okay, the Sixers aren't that good. The other one is the Trae Young memes. The hairy lollipop. Anytime I see that, I'm like, if that doesn't fire up Trae Young to just go drop 40, like what will?
Have you seen the Trae Young TikTok? It's actually really good.
Which one?
It's like him in high school, and everyone's like chanting like.
And he bows in high school.
No, that's the end of it. But the beginning of it is like everyone's saying like overrated.
Yeah.
They're chanting overrated, and then it's like him in the NBA, and they're chanting like he sucks or something, and then it's just him going off and bowing.
Yeah,
he's
got a good story.
Pretty chilling TikTok.
That dude that dude has improved his reputation over anybody in the playoffs by far. I mean, he's been unbelievable. Sixers blew it completely. I mean, we can talk as much. Trae Young was great. Kevin Herter's great. Kudos to you for getting it right. But the 76ers, I cannot believe they blew it. The Hawks didn't win the series. The Sixers.
Joel Embiid was great except for the fourth quarter.
Well, not even
Seth
really.
Curry is the second best player on the team.
Yeah, but he gave Kevin Herter a 30-piece. He guarded Kevin Herter on every play.
Yeah, well, it's in the Curry blood. They don't play defense.
Yeah, well, right. I mean, yeah, Steph's okay. But
Stop.
Anyway,
Stop.
Ben Simmons, we talked about him switching hands, which is just inherently ridiculous. I mean, I just said Trae Young's improved his rep more than anybody. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody's reputation go from, like, almost unanimously, even though we knew he couldn't shoot, almost unanimously, like, superstar. Yeah. Everybody thought of Ben Simmons. Now the whole narrative is, like, I don't think they can trade him. I don't think anybody will want him.
No.
That's the narrative online. I mean, people are like that down on Ben Simmons. I've never seen that quick a return, but it's deservingly so. I mean,
like,
the dude is.
I could see like a Russ for Ben Simmons trade going.
No,
never.
No, you couldn't see that.
No, I wouldn't want him.
No, there's not a shot.
Well, the Wizards organization sucks.
There's not a shot they would do that. And
I would rather have Russ.
The funniest. I was actually talking about this with shout out Ben Carter if you're listening. I was talking about this with Ben. The funniest lineup ever would be if a team tried it out. If they traded Ben Simmons for Brad Beal or something, the funniest lineup ever would be a Russ Westbrook and Ben Simmons lineup running out there. Just two point guards who run around and cannot shoot. Yeah, I could be hilarious. But anyway, spin zone on Ben Simmons. He has the highest shooting percentage ever in a playoff series in the fourth quarter.
Because he
went 3 for 3. Yeah, so
but he has the lowest free throw percentage of anyone in the playoffs ever.
But yeah, I mean, dude's like got a head case. I think they got to trade him, and he's just got to get a fresh start because I don't think he's that bad. I don't know what's going on.
Well, so it's like the story people say is like, oh, I can't remember who it was. It might have been like Rick Bucher or Kendrick Perkins, two opposite.
Yeah, that couldn't be more different from one another.
But like someone was saying, like he makes these things in practice, but then when he gets out there in the games, right, like. The crowd and everything gets in his head. But there was video that came out on Twitter today of him warming up, shooting like probably 12 footers from the corner, and he could hit the backboard, but it wouldn't even hit the rim. Like he wasn't even aiming for the box.
In warm-ups.
Yeah, in warm-ups.
Yeah, it's a pretty damning video, actually.
It was horrible. So I just think the guy
I don't know. I think he just needs to change his scenery, but it is almost, it's unexcusable. I mean, he's been doing it for 5 years. It's not like he's like a 2-year player that can't shoot. He's had the same problem for 5 years.
He might have the yips.
He definitely has the yips. That's why I think they just need to get rid of him.
Yeah.
But he just needs a fresh start. I don't know.
Markel Fultz effect.
Well, but yeah, now Markel Fultz doesn't suck. He had a
Yeah.
really good. He tore his ACL, but he was anyway. The Ben Simmons thing is crazy, man. I don't get it. All right. Anything else on the Sixers and Hawks?
Let's move on.
All right, move on. Jazz and Clips. Also, I think one of I think an incredibly crazy series that got overshadowed because the Sixers
I
Hawks
just
was
couldn't
overly
get these
crazy.
right. I couldn't get these games right. Whenever
Yeah.
I thought the Jazz would win, Clips win. Whenever I thought the Clips would win, Jazz win. Like,
Yeah.
It made no sense.
So, like, once again, like, Game 6 was one of the most, just, like, ludicrous momentum swings I've ever seen. The Jazz are winning handily all game. Looks like, obviously, a Game 7 is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then, out of nowhere, the Clippers won by 20. Like, they won by 10.
Yeah,
But still.
Yeah.
Without Kawhi.
Right. And Terrence Mann scoring 40 in closeout series against the number one team in the country in the league is ridiculous. It's so funny.
I'm going to say something. I feel like it kind of felt good, right? Like, he went to Florida State, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that is such a Florida State player thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
in college, to just be like, I'm going to single-handedly beat you, and to have it happen to an NBA team, it felt good.
Yeah, Terrence Mann doing that just made me laugh because, hey, good for him. He played awesome. He was making threes. He was dunking on people. It's just so funny that that's how the number one team went out. Terrence Mann, 40 points. Also, Reggie Jackson, the best bad player in the league.
Stud.
The most talented bad player I've ever seen. Just like when he's been unbelievable this series, but like sometimes he goes and he more often shoots 1 for 12 than he does play like he played in this series. But when he wants to, I don't know. He just like plays like a stud. So that team has been interesting to me. Jazz and Sixers. Last question I have about those two teams. Jazz and Sixers. What they're done. There's both the 1 seeds. First time that's ever happened. I'm pretty sure they said today. What do they do next? Do they like run it back, or do they have to do something?
The Jazz probably aren't going to change anything.
You think that the Jazz should remain the same? I'm not saying.
No, I mean, both teams obviously shouldn't. They're never going to win the same teams. But, like, the Jazz, like, their team still makes sense, right? They're
right.
maybe one
and
and
Donnie
a half
was
pieces
hurt.
away.
You
Yeah.
could arguably say Donnie wasn't 100%. So
They need slightly more of a stud, right? They have a bunch of, like, good to great players, but they need, like, a stud.
yeah,
And then I think the Sixers kind of got to blow it up.
I agree. I don't think they can run it
It
back.
just-
I think the
it just
Jazz
doesn't
probably
make sense.
will,
And
but I don't see the
fans
Sixers
are
doing
just
it.
gonna, like,
Yeah, and like,
everyone's burning Ben Simmons.
everybody hates him. And yeah, Doc Rivers came out today. That quote. Did you see the quote he had today? They asked him, "Do you think Ben Simmons?" Or it was after the game. Do you think Ben Simmons could be the point guard on
And
a
he was like,
championship
"I don't
team?
know,"
And he
or
said,
something.
"I don't know." Which, like,
It's not good.
yeah, relationship wise,
Also,
I don't know how you
Doc,
come
this
back.
is on Doc. You can't
For
have
sure.
the track record that he has with losing, like, in series, like, Game 7.
100%.
And remain, like, a good coach. Even though he has a good coach, he's won a championship, but, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Suns. I love the Suns. I've been a Suns fan
Good.
forever. Really excited.
Good.
Suns and 4-guy profit might happen again. We won't talk about the Suns that much because I think they're just gonna blow out the Clippers. But the Suns and 4-guy, like the guy who got in a fight. Did you see last night at the Clippers game? There was like a huge brawl in the
Like
concourse,
a real brawl.
like a real
Like a
brawl.
brawl.
And then the Suns had to come out today and say, like, we don't condone fighting.
Yeah.
Like, so people are asking,
Is it
Devin Booker's fault that people
So
are getting
I'm
punched in the
gonna
face
say
because
no.
he likes the Suns and 4-guy?
The only reason I'm going to say no, right? Suns and 4-guy, just from listening to him on the interviews, seems like a guy, like, if I met him at a bar, we could hang out and have a good time, even though he's, like, way older than us.
Is he?
The guy he fought against, listening to that interview, such an absolute choss. Like,
Yeah.
he sounds like an idiot. He looks like an idiot. Like, it's just, like,
Yeah,
one
that
of
dude
those,
is
like,
weird.
it's a hero taking on a villain. Suns and 4-guy was a hero. So
That
that's
dude
why
might
I
come on
wanna
our
root for him.
podcast, realistically.
No,
We hit him up, he might.
how are we going to get in contact with Suns and 4-guy?
No, the other guy.
Oh, the
The guy,
Josh?
Josh might come on our
Josh
podcast
would
if we
come on
ask
the
him to.
podcast.
Maybe we should
Sure.
give that a go.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but
We can figure it out.
also Suns and 4-guy. His name is Nick McKellar.
Ah,
Me and my roommates
Love it.
put it together.
that's funny because your roommate's color. All right, and then I don't need to talk about the Bucks. Good for the Bucks. They
Bucks.
good for the Bucks. The one thing about the playoffs that I think is interesting, I saw one of the top 15 selling jerseys in the NBA this season. Only one of those players is still in the playoffs. NBA is
Trae
going.
Young.
No, I imagine it's
Devin
Giannis. I imagine it's Giannis. I don't know who the one player is, but one of the top 15 is still alive, which terrible news for the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty big NBA fan, so like I'm like kind of excited to see some new blood. Just like, but I like really like the NBA. DeVito, you're more of a casual fan. Actually, I want to hear what you have to say about this. Like, I imagine
the worst finals that you could potentially.
Yeah. First of all, are you bummed that a lot of the big players are out? Second of all, yeah, what would be like the worst possible scenario?
No, I'm not bummed that a lot of the best players are out. Like, one of my things that I don't like about the NBA is, like, you know, it kind of seems like the same teams dominate.
There's no parity.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm interested in seeing, like, you know, two normal teams just scrap it out for, like, NBA playoffs. I think that'd be super entertaining.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of people are I think it's going to be shitty for the NBA, but I'm with you. I like it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, the NBA, to me, is one of those sports where it's more about, you know, the individuals that really shine. And it seems like, you know, it's like other sports, baseball, football, yeah, there's a few players that are, like, definitely have a lot of following, but the NBA is, you know, it's crazy like that.
Right.
You know, there's people that are diehard fans just for one player.
For sure. Yeah, because you get so much more personal interaction with them when they're with their.
That's why it needs to be Suns Hawks, right? Because then you have the two like.
Yeah, right. Nobody cares about Milwaukee. Nobody cares about the Clippers.
Yeah.
Nobody in LA even knows what the Clippers are. All right. That's all for basketball. A lot of coaches opening, which is fun, but we don't need to talk about all those. And Kemba got traded, which is cool, but I don't know. We don't need to touch on that much. All right. Other big sporting news: golf. U.S. Open was awesome. U.S. Open was awesome.
So much fun to watch.
Yeah. So the funny thing about the U.S. Open was the one thing that sucked about it was at like, let's say like 4 p.m., there was like 20 people within like 2 strokes of the lead.
It was kind of sick.
It was sick.
Yeah.
Well, no, but it was sick. And then like for whatever reason, the next 30 minutes, everybody and their mother decided to hit it in the woods.
Yeah.
And then then you blink and it's 20 players in contention to literally just Ramen Usti, which was kind of a bummer. Like, it would have been cool if more players were in contention. But nonetheless, it was a sick U.S. Open.
Yeah.
I mean, underdog story of the year, right, is I had Dustin Johnson, who was at +3 at one point, and he was matched up against Bryson, who was the leader at -5. And it ended up that I won that bet because within 4 holes, Bryson lost 5 strokes, 6 strokes. Like, it was insane.
Yeah, you guys want to talk about Bryson's choke job, legendary choke job, a little bit?
Incredible.
DeVito, what do you think?
I've never had Bryson as one of my picks just because he is so good at choking in the 4th round.
Crazy.
You played golf this weekend. What do you think? Like, how does that even get into somebody's head that they lose it that bad?
I mean, I think that would be me if I was a professional golfer. I mean, the amount of pressure that you have going on Sunday would be absurd. You know, I can definitely understand it, but I think Bryson, it only works when he's like calm and collected because he's swinging as hard as he can every single swing. You know, he's taking 45 minutes to hit the ball. That's just gotta increase your stress levels waiting that long. You look at guys like Dustin Johnson and Brooks Koepka who hit the ball the second they get up to the ball. They look for maybe half a second and they hit the ball and their pace is unreal. And Bryson's sitting there checking the air density, the humidity, all this kind of stuff.
Brooks missed a putt because he should have taken an extra 10 seconds to line it up.
That's the way, you know, that's the way he plays. And
right, that's why we like him. He's a common man's golfer. Bryson's a little bitch.
Yeah. I can't wait until they pair those two up together. I think
it'll happen organically eventually. Eventually, you've got to think it will.
That's why I like golf too, because they gotta know they'd make so much money and so much viewership if they paired them up right away, but they don't do it, you know.
Could you imagine the Masters, right? It's coming down to them two, like on the last holes. Like, that would be the best rating since Tiger. Easy. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. Especially because they got the mics, you know, real close. They can hear everything they're saying out there.
That's a dream. That would be a dream. And then the only other thing is Louis. We'll talk about Louis really quick. Yeah. I mean, that dude made $1.4 million, and he owes me $10. He owes me $10. He hit the worst shot I've ever seen on 17. I mean, I don't even want to get into it. It's just you have so much room anywhere on the fucking course to hit that shot except for left. You hit it a million yards right and you're fine. And he hits it left. So that was really frustrating because I really thought he was going to win. And shout out Rom balls. That was cool. And his celebration was fun. I like when a golfer gets excited. So that was cool to see. It just was unfortunate.
I didn't think he was gonna make that putt. I don't know about you guys, but I love to see a playoff. I think they're so cool in golf when they go hole for hole. And I just so I feel bad. I thought that it's always good seeing someone who's not in the top 10 World of Golf rankings, try to make a run at it, and it'd have been awesome to see him win.
Side point I kind of thought about from watching golf this weekend is golf getting fatter.
Maybe.
There's a lot of very thick guys now that are really good, but thick.
John Rahm had way more of a gut than I thought he did.
Huge gut.
John Rahm definitely has gut, yeah.
And Louis. Speaking of Trae Young being the ugliest guy in the NBA, Louis Oosthuizen might be the ugliest guy on the tour.
Oh, there's a lot of ugly guys on the tour.
Louis is bad. One of the bad ones.
Yeah. I mean, I just think, the weight definitely helps him hit the ball further. I mean, look at the MLB, There's a lot of heavy guys in the MLB, too.
You're right. Yeah. All right. Enough golf talk?
Not that he's heavy, but I kind of think T, who we played with this weekend,
T. Garden?
He's the closest thing to Bryson I think I've ever met.
All right, T. Garden.
Roids,
really
way too big.
I don't think T. Garden does steroids because he goes to the gym every day. I'm sure he's doing it cleanly, but he looks like he does steroids. I'm not accusing T. Garden of anything. I'm just saying he looks like it because it's a compliment.
Shots and then had absolute mental breakdowns. We beat him.
Oh, yeah.
We beat him on a hole, even though he made it onto the green.
What, do you guys play a scramble or something?
We did, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
He six putted.
Yeah, he hit a green in regulation.
Where did he six putt at?
East
Pinecrest. It's
Pinecrest.
It was the first hole. He hit the green. He hit 2 great shots. Hit the green in regulation, and then six putted.
I shot a 7, but I beat him because he six putted to shoot an 8.
Also, last thing about golf, and then we'll move is in that same golf round, Nock and T. Garden tied on a hole with an 11. They both got 11.
That's sad.
Yeah.
An 11.
It was an important tie.
Par 5, hopefully.
Yeah, it was a par 5.
In our defense, that's a tough par 5.
You don't have a defense for an 11. I'm not giving you any out for that.
What did you shoot?
I don't know, not an 11.
Okay.
Probably a 5 or a 6.
I would say the first 7 holes we were even.
That's not true. I didn't play well, and you played pretty well, but that's just simply
first
not
7
true.
holes, 6. First 6
that's
holes. That's
simply incorrect.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I shot a 42, which is bad for me, for the audience listening, but you did not shoot close to a 42, buddy.
Well, total, yeah. I kind of collapsed in the last couple holes, but we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, I played a lot of golf this weekend too. Pretty addicted now. Just ordered a new driver off eBay. Got a bidding war last night with
What'd you get?
Golf Dad 305.
That actually is there?
Yeah, that was his eBay username. We went at it back and forth for the last 5 minutes of the bidding period. I made sure he felt it. So.
Dude, I kind of miss eBay now that you bring it. I haven't bought anything off eBay in 15 years, but I feel like I need to get involved again.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, you just feel really good when you win an auction.
You ever do Quibbid?
I've heard of it, but no.
Those auction sites are so fun.
Yeah. But I got the Callaway Epic Flash driver. Yeah.
Nice. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I never really.
Really? You're a good golf guy.
Yeah, I haven't bought new clubs in.
He still has his
10
same
years
driver from 1980.
Yeah, I haven't bought new clubs in 10 years.
I had to get a new driver because me and my buddies got drunk on Friday night and hitting balls off his back dock into the water, into the bay behind his house, and he took a full swing at it and hit the dock instead of the ball. So
it's a bummer when your friend breaks your club. Everyone's been there. All right, a little non-sports news, then we'll end it.
Yeah.
All right, I have 3 funny things that happened in my personal life either in the past 7 days. Ready? Okay. 2 of them happened today. Okay. I was walking outside today.
Okay.
And I'm curious what your guys' opinion on this. I've never seen such a thing. Walking outside today, and a guy was running towards me. Very obviously went out for a run. He had, had running shorts on. He had, very obviously running shorts on. He had headphones in, 2 headphones in, and, a tank top. Very obviously went out for a run. He didn't, go somewhere and then had to run home because of something. You could, maybe be late for something. But he's running, holding a Chipotle bag like football. So what I'm thinking he did, the decision he made is he went out for a run to Chipotle, bought Chipotle, and then ran home, and that was his workout for the day. Running to Chipotle, running home, and then eating Chipotle. I have never seen such a thing, and I cannot believe that somebody did that.
That's honestly really funny.
So I honestly don't hate that, right? You know when you get your Chipotle bowl, you have to mix it around. Like it's already mixed by the time you
I didn't think about that.
Like I don't know why, but like that's just the first thing that popped in my head.
No, that is a good point. But isn't that just ruining the whole point of running?
I mean,
carrying Chipotle like a football?
Yeah.
I'm so like self-conscious when it comes to that stuff. When I'm like running, if I'm carrying anything, I just feel like a retard. You know, like if I'm carrying my phone, like, or carrying like anything. So like, I mean, I would be like so self-conscious running with a Chipotle bag. I'd be looking at every person looking at me and just, you know, like. But I mean, good for him. You know, he got his workout in. And he got Chipotle.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you guys thought that was as weird as I did. I could not believe it. It was a highlight of my day. Another thing that happened today, I was driving home from work. I saw a Toyota that's license plate was WID Mommy. Like it wasn't a sports car. The license plate. I took a picture. I would say it was a snag picture. Toyota like Corolla, like a new Toyota Corolla. WID MAMI.
That's so funny.
Two good things happened today. Third, that happened on Friday. I went to lunch with my dad. Nice establishment called Artie's in Fairfax, Virginia. Saw Rick Barnes. You know Rick Barnes?
NBA player?
University of Tennessee basketball coach. He was just chilling.
You recognize him?
Yeah, what the hell's he doing in Fairfax? Like, what the hell's going? I was like, what the hell's going on? I did. But he was with his parents. They were like 80-year-olds. With two 80-year-olds. I assumed to be his parents.
What team did he coach?
University of Texas, longtime coach. You recognize him, and now he's Tennessee's coach. You recognize his face. He's pretty famous. He's like probably a Hall of Famer. Anyway, I didn't say hi to him. I should have. Okay, fourth
you got
thing.
A picture with him.
Yeah, look, I should have said something. I did. I like stared him down for a while. He definitely saw me.
Oh, I've seen this.
You recognize him.
I wouldn't have recognized him in person.
But yeah, he was in the Fairfax, Virginia Artie's, just having a meal with what I assume to be his parents. It's a nice restaurant.
Okay.
This is a nice restaurant. All right, that's all for my life. Then I have two more actual news stories. One, Kim Kardashian absolutely roasted Kanye West yesterday on Twitter. Are you guys aware of that?
No,
Wait,
I'm not on the Twitter sphere.
So I thought I saw she just tweeted like a nice family picture.
No, okay. Oh, well, okay. Maybe she's since done more. But yesterday, she did a Happy Father's Day tweet. And there, in this Happy Father's Day tweet, there was a picture of 3 people with kids.
Uh-huh.
It was Tristan Thompson, Chloe's dad, baby daddy. It was Scott Disick, Courtney's baby daddy. And it was Travis Scott, what's her face? The Jenner.
Kendall.
Kylie's baby daddy.
Yeah, you're right.
She did not include Kanye.
Wow,
So
that's a roast.
She did a Happy Father's Day to her sister's baby daddies and not her ex-husband who's the father of her own children. I was like, damn, Kim, what did he do to you that hurt you so bad? So that was one that I was like, good, holy shit, Kim.
Kanye's in the tweet before.
Well, all right, I got out of context. But anyway, I thought that was, in time I thought that was funny, but that's a bummer that you just ruined it.
So I looked it up. So I wanted to laugh at this. It's 2 tweets. The exact same caption of both tweets. It's just different pictures.
Okay, well that was stupid, Kim.
So she was just listing like there's more dads than regular.
Kim,
there's like 7 different dads.
Kim, why did you do it like that? Because that was stupid. Because we can just take it and run with it. If Nock wasn't a truthful journalist, then we would be roasting Kanye right now.
Like, there's no way.
And then my last non-sports news, which I actually just saw before I recorded, is that A-Rod's been hanging out with Ben Affleck's ex, which geeks.
No way.
Yeah.
Who is
Ben Affleck's, or A-Rod was spotted with Ben Affleck's ex, which is hilarious.
Did A-Rod and J-Lo, like, break up or whatever?
Yeah, now J-Lo's with Ben Affleck. So then,
really?
So then A-Rod just got spotted with Ben Affleck's ex.
Were they married or no? Just dating?
They were engaged.
Wow.
Yeah, so huge comeback for A-Rod. A-Rod is almost winning again.
Wait, Jennifer Garner?
You like A-Rod? You guys like A-Rod?
No.
Okay, yeah.
But
Jennifer Garner is his ex-wife.
No, it was a different woman. It's some blonde woman I actually had never heard of.
Well, he got...
Big Cat tweeted about it. Maybe it was Jennifer Garner. I think it was a blonde woman I never heard of, though.
Wait, Big Cat tweeted about it?
Yeah, Big Cat tweeted about it. But anyway, that's all I've got for news. Do you guys have any other news? I think that's all we need.
I think that's all we need.
All right, so that's the show. DeVito, we appreciate having you on. What did you think? How did it go? And then B, give any shout outs you gotta give.
I had a blast. I hope I did well. I don't know. I was nervous the whole time, but it was a lot of fun talking with you guys. I like what you're doing. I think you guys should definitely run with it and, keep trying to put it out there and do it every week. Because I personally love podcasts. And, like I said, I listen to a lot when I'm working and in the car. And I like listening to the episodes you made. So keep it going.
Thank
Keep it
you,
up.
Thank you.
Shout outs to Give. I told my little brother Tom, he just turned 21, to give you guys this pod a listen.
Appreciate
Shout
that.
out Tom.
He's a
Love
big
Tom.
fan of the pods as well. Yeah, I mean, shout out everyone listening and supporting you guys. You know, I mean, everything that I've done, it's always good to have. Like, you know, you really learn who the really good friends you have are that are like supporting you, trying to do new things. So, you know, it's always good to shout out and give thanks to all your listeners so far. So.
Nice, Vito. That was well done. All right, boys and girls. Thanks for listening. If you made it this far, we appreciate all you. See you next week. Maybe from the beach. Who knows?